Sap here, a second-year nursing student from the Philippines, and I filmed today because some of my friends were asking me, why am I still studying? What am I studying for? The sem has already ended, so what's the sense of studying? And some other stuff like that. However, as nursing student, of course, learning should not stop at that particular situation. Yung continuity and yung process of learning for us should be highly sustained. Remember guys, in clinical settings, doctors might test how knowledgeable we are, how skillful we are, and even patients itself. They might curious and ask, what's the purpose of that procedure? Is that necessary? And so we can respond to them in a way that we are good, knowledgeable, and confidently as a nurse. So, I just made this video to share you guys my study routine since we're all stuck at home and we tend to get bored and tired even we're just watching Netflix or lying on the bed for so long, and somehow we realize that our productivity has slowly going down. But I know it's really hard to find time to study during these times, but as they say, it all starts within you. I also filmed this kind of video just to motivate you, hence you can add a little bit flavor on your day and have some time for study. So without further ado, let's go to my study routine. So before I go with my study, I usually schedule my week with a study goals. These goals are the general topic I want to give more attention. I'm using my Google Calendar every time I'm setting up my study goals. So to be organized, I will just set a general topic I want to dig deep for the entire week, and I also check my curriculum or syllabus or the content briefs of my book for me to have my guide when setting up my general topic.
As you can see, for the first week of the month of May, I've set my week to study about child with renal or urinary disorders. For the second week, I will study about child with reproductive disorder, and so on and so forth. In this calendar, I can also set a time frame for studying, and I usually set it from 5:30 until 11 in the evening. So basically, I'm studying every day for at least 5 to 6 hours.
Next is, if I have my goals, of course, I should also have my objectives. These objectives are the specific topics under the general topic. By the way, I'm using Google Keeps for this.
So I just narrowed down all the specific topics I want to study, and along with that, I set a time for each of it. So I wouldn't consume all my precious time for just only one topic. That's it. O diba? It's really easy to use this app.
Again, I'd make use of my syllabus and content briefs of my textbook as my guidance to list down everything that I want to study. Finally, I'm completely done with planning phase, so I will be much more guided when studying. After that, I usually grab some sweets, and of course, I make a coffee first to boost my energy and to function well during studying.
Honestly, it depends on my mood if I will make my coffee hot or cold. But if you want to stay energized and awake while studying, I suggest to make it iced or cold. It's much effective and non-acidic than hot coffee. So before I proceed with studying, I also take a bath, wash my face, and change clothes so that I get to feel fresh and comfortable while studying. And once I'm done, I'll go to my desk and I will simply organize my study table nicely and tidily, though my working space isn't too big. But guys, I find this really helpful and effective when studying. It's quite not distracting, and I really feel at ease when my table is simple and organized. By the way, I'm working around by having my table towards the corner of the room, which means I can get some fresh air, some sunlight, and keep distractions out of sight.
Anyway guys, it's up to you where you can find peace while studying, but I suggest you try to find your dedicated space for study so that you can put all the things you will need, write everything well and organized, and make sure it's convenient and comfortable for you.
So I'm currently studying pediatric nursing, and guys, a technique that I find really useful while studying is something called Pomodoro technique. How it works? Basically, I try to study in 25 minutes with 5-minute break in between rather than just sitting at my desk for a set amount of time. So I use it with 2 cycles per one topic.
So rather than just dragging your brains out and sitting at your desk for so many hours, it's more efficient and good for your mind if you can also take a frequent but short breaks doing something completely different for 5 minutes.
You can drink a lot of water or have some stretchings or do whatever you want.
But never ever use social media. It tends to cut your attention and keep yourself busy doing it. Little did you know that you're still on your study time, so you might get lost and be fully distracted. Anyway, you can set your Pomodoro time depending on your preference, but for me, if I have a bigger task at hand, I might set it for a 45-minute study session with a 5-minute break. I'm also fond of streaming and listening to my podcast as my supplementary step, so I get to be relaxed and focused while studying. I prefer my study music with calm ambience and purely instrumental.
Usually, I play lo-fi study or relaxed music on YouTube. This is absolutely useful, purely instrumental and really relaxing music. This is also available on Spotify, so if you are a learner who finds peace and focus during study, I highly suggest this one.
Those of times I played music with voice, but I'd make sure that it was calm and relaxing so it couldn't distract me while studying. I just don't prefer music with any voice somehow because I tend to sing along with it, and that could actually lead me to confusion and distraction.
Going back, as I'm pretty much shortened with any sort of resources when it comes to lectures and teachings, I find watching uploaded online lectures really important during this current pandemic, and these are online learning tools especially for pre and medical courses. And I really enjoy using it because whenever I was reading through my textbook and I didn't barely understand the condition, the mechanism, the pathophysiology, the etiology, and the whole context itself, I could go into online lectures where they made and explained the topics much more easier to understand.
Also, the cool part of these uploaded lectures is that they also provide quick exams, which is really quite good, and so you can quiz yourself afterwards.
So the last thing I do with my study routine is that I actually quiz myself whenever I finish a specific topic. Basically, this will give me the chance to evaluate my learnings by answering some mini questions provided by the owner of the video I have watched. You can also find and take your exams with other nursing or medical websites.
Guys, I really find this routine very useful when studying and whenever I have my term exams. I honestly pass it, though some are failed but mostly were passed. I highly recommend you guys to add this up on your routine when you are studying so you can also pass and ace your future exam. You can also quiz yourself through the questions in your textbooks, or you can also create your own questions and write it on your notebook so that you can assess a particular areas of the topic that gives you difficulties in understanding it.
So I think that's wrap up my routine, and I'm already done with a couple of topics. So I hope everyone is safe and doing well. Hopefully by now you got into some kind of routine, but just in case you haven't, or if you're still not in the mood or still not motivated, it's okay. Just rest for a bit, chill, eat and do whatever you want, and then once you're ready, you may go to your study table, open up your notes, your books, laptops and other stuff for your study. So I guess I will end this video here, and if you like it, just leave a thumbs up, comment your feedback, and see you on my next video.